What is going on, y'all? It is the Caveman back at it again with another video. Can anybody believe what we watched as Sabres fans last night? I still cannot believe my eyes. How on God's green earth the Buffalo Sabres escaped last night's game with 2 points in regulation is beyond my comprehension. But before we talk about the recent happenings with the Buffalo Sabres, you guys know the drill around here. Mott's applesauce if you're ever hungry, thirsty, whatever it might be. Mott's applesauce will satisfy whatever satisfying you need to satisfy. The Caveman guarantee. I promise it will never fail you. Mott's is as guaranteed as Dustin Tokarski is to make a save. I mean, that dude is just a rock freaking wall. Last night, the Buffalo Sabres snatched a victory from the jaws of defeat by a score of 2-1 in Pittsburgh over the Pittsburgh Penguins. We played solid for the first two periods, but then in the third period, we completely parked the buses and played pretty much all defense, and we tried our best to keep the Penguins to the outside of the offensive zone, just allowing shots from the outside, just trying to make sure nothing gets into the middle, and we did a pretty decent job, but Dustin Tokarski certainly had a lot on his plate. As I mentioned, we were kind of sticking with the Penguins through the first two periods, and that's why we had a 2-goal lead for, over half of the game, but we were getting outshot each and every period, and then in the third period, it just all came crashing down, but somehow Tokarski stood at the bottom, holding the entire fortress up with his own two hands. The Pittsburgh Penguins had 20 total shots in the third period. The Buffalo Sabres had 3. Tokarski literally played like the second coming of Dominik Hasek last night. I don't even think that's an exaggeration. I think it's a fair evaluation of how good the dude played. He was all over the net. He was diving backwards, throwing his arms around, doing all sorts of splits, getting on every rebound. He played unbelievable, stopping 45 out of 46 shots on the night. And the one goal that the Penguins did score went off of Jake Guentzel's skate on the back door. So it wasn't even like he let in a clean shot from the point. It's just some fluky backdoor play that went off a player's skate that, was kind of lucky on the Penguins' part. So, I mean, he really barely even got scored on. The dude didn't make a mistake all night. And it's not the first time it's happened. I mean, before Craig Anderson got hurt, that dude was playing out of his mind as well. He was playing better than Tokarski, and he was our starting netminder for the most part up until the point he got hurt. I'm hoping he returns soon, but, I mean, even Craig Anderson was playing out of his mind for a short time there as well. I feel like I say this every single time I talk about Tokarski, but it's true. I mean, Dustin Tokarski looks like a beer league goalie that stumbled into the NHL, except he's got an extreme ability to not only track the puck, but anticipate the play. The dude's not here by mistake, but you can't sit here and tell me his movement looks as crisp and clean as all the other NHL goalies that we have today. And that was the second impressive win in a row. I mean, the first game, we took down the Edmonton Oilers, who were on quite the roll. Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl are the best duo in hockey, and it's not even close. And the Buffalo Sabres held them to only 2 and took a victory right out from underneath them. So that, I mean, Dustin Tokarski's 2-0 in his last 2 games, and they were both very impressive. That will segue me into the other Canadian team we played over the last few days, and that would be the Toronto Maple Leafs. Saturday night, we lost with 11 seconds left in the game, 5-4. Aaron Dell got the start, and it's probably safe to say that all of us Sabres fans can agree that if Dustin Tokarski did get that start, we probably would have won that game, and that would have given Tokarski 3 straight wins. It's unfortunate, but, at the end of the day, Tokarski does need his rest, so it's not the worst thing in the world. Nevertheless, the Sabres are still playing entertaining hockey, even though they've cooled off in comparison to the beginning of the year where we were going on a massive win streak and nobody could stop us. We're still playing good hockey, and we are still a competitive hockey team. It's just, we don't have enough talent. We're not developed enough. We're just too young to be competing with the best of the best and their talent. But obviously, when we're still playing good hockey, we can take down teams like the Pittsburgh Penguins, who have a tremendous amount of talent on their roster. Until our youth develops, until we get a little bit older and more experienced, we can't expect to be going on benders like we did at the beginning of the season on a consistent basis. Like I said, we're just not at that level yet, but it looks like we're well on our way. Dylan Cousins over the last few games has been on an absolute tear. He matched up with the Connor McDavid line in the Edmonton Oilers game, and he went toe-to-toe with them. He put up 2 goals. Like I said, we only held them to 2 goals themselves. I mean, Dylan Cousins, man, he's been playing unreal lately. He deserves the cap off to him. Tomorrow, the Buffalo Sabres are hosting the 8-3-5 Calgary Flames. Another winnable game for the Buffalo Sabres. It doesn't seem like any game is out of our reach nowadays because Don Granato knows how to get this team ready for any opponent that we have on our plate. And that game against the Edmonton Oilers is a perfect example of that. I'm going to keep referencing it, but Don Granato has done a masterclass job at getting this team ready no matter who our opponent is. So I expect another fantastic game tomorrow as well. Also, I saw some people on Twitter that were upset that we've been losing as of late because, of course, they want to go go and get that first overall pick to get Shane Wright. And I get that, but it's no longer, 2017, 2018, 2019, or even 2020. We're the 2021 Buffalo Sabres. We have a bright future ahead of us. We need to start winning and exposing this team to success. That's the only way we're going to be successful in the future. So screw all that mindset. We need to start looking forward instead of looking back. And I think that's exactly what Don Granato has instilled in this locker room. And at the end of the day, we've been fun to watch this year, and I wouldn't trade that for anything right now, because being fun to watch is something that I have not been able to say about the Buffalo Sabres for a few years now. So I'm not going to take it for granted. They are playing extremely good hockey. Don Granato is doing a great job. Tokarski's doing a great job. Dylan Cousins is a leader for this hockey team. We have a bright future ahead of us. Screw the tank. We are going full steam ahead. As always, if you have any thoughts, leave them down in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, as always, please like, subscribe, do all the fun stuff. If you want to hit the bell to be notified when I upload, I would appreciate that. If you want to go over to Twitter, follow me over there, I'd appreciate that as well. I'm a part of the Built in Buffalo content creation team. If you enjoy Buffalo sports content, be sure to follow and subscribe to us on any social medias you might have, and I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.